2026 is.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachak Warash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles that rule well and teach well, the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learn this truth from. Peace and salutations unto you, hopefully elect Akim, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your households in these last days. Shalom to you, very, very few Akwaf. Sincere sisters who listen and tune in as well. And the title of this lesson is going to be the U.S. dollar is done. All right? The U.S. dollar is done. Okay? For all you Jakes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who trust in Egypt, you trust in the system, you trust in Esau, his way, you trust in the U.S. dollar, you Anton Daniel niggas, bag chasers, whatever you want to call yourselves, all right? The U.S. dollar is done, okay? So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? For you bag chasers, man. All right, what are you gonna do when the U.S. dollar is officially, okay? It's official that the U.S. dollar is done. It's already done. It's just that it's you people still think it's worth something, so it's it's continued to be used here, here in America, in certain countries, but the U.S. dollar been died. All right, this is why silver and gold is skyrocketing. This is why you have something called hyperinflation, inflation, things of that nature, man. That shows that the U.S. dollar has been dead. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this video. We're gonna grab a quick article and a few precepts, and then we're gonna get up out of here. All right, Lord willing, this is edifying. Let's play this video.
Year that the U.S. dollar dies, and that is not a prediction, my friends. That is a eulogy. That is what this video is. Now, the global community of nations has decided that it's time to move away from the dollar, and I think that most Americans are really kind of overlooking this because we understand that inflation is around the corner. We're expecting that. We've been through inflation before. So we feel like we know what to expect. And that's because Americans suffer from a normalcy bias. The U.S. dollar has always been there, and it's always been strong. So we think that that's just going to be that way forever. It's been like that for generations. But times are changing, and Americans need to understand the kind of peril that they're in. I mean, we can look at countries like Argentina that have a 75 to 100% inflation rate year after year and wonder how that happened. But with the collapse of the U.S. dollar and countries, pulling away from it, cashing in all their bonds, exchanging all their USD for their currencies or a safer currency like the Swiss franc.
Get tax expertise without hidden fees.
For their currencies.
All right, and just to quickly say, it it doesn't matter what you convert, your dollars to. All right, the money is. It doesn't matter which country you're in. Doesn't matter which currency you have your money in. It's all gonna fail. All right, the U.S. dollar, the Chinese yen, doesn't matter, man. All right, it's all gonna go down the toilet. Okay, this is why that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, is being ushered in. All right, because all nations are going to collapse their economies. Iran is already collapsing. It already has pretty much collapsed. All right, this is why you got the uproars of the people over there, because the economy is in shambles, man. All right, all these different countries that are ran by the elites, they're purposely crashing their economies. All right, so you got this guy here talking about switching U.S. dollars to this to that. Doesn't matter.
A safer currency like the Swiss franc, or the fact that the World Bank itself is accumulating more gold now aggressively than it ever has done before. The World Bank now has more gold in its reserves than it does U.S. dollar for the first time. And that's a signal to the rest of the world that the US dollar is no longer the global reserve currency. And that has great impact to the lives of every single American, especially those who live in the margins, especially those who are in the working class or the middle class, because they're the ones who actually feel these things. It's not the rich asset holders, because the way that you deal with a collapse in the dollar is to get away from your currency, your liquid assets, and then put that into hard assets, land, the precious metals. These are things that the asset class, the wealthy class, have access to in a way that most Americans just simply don't. Because most Americans don't have any money left at the end of a paycheck or at the end of the month. 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. They don't have $1,000 in their bank account.
All right, which is it's higher than that. Okay, anytime Esau Edom puts a number out, but it's higher. Okay, he's just throwing a number. 60% of America. Nah, man. Okay, everyone is living paycheck to paycheck except the elites. All right, so the U.S. dollar is done, man. All right, it's absolutely done. You're pretty much slaving away for free. All right, this place is done. America's done, man. The scriptures are, the prophecies. The prophecies reign supreme. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, let's go to Ecclesiastes 1:9, and it reads, "The thing that have been is that which shall be, and the thing which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." All right, so there's nothing new under the sun, man. Okay, you think, America going down and the money failing, you see all these different things happening. Nah, man, it's nothing new. All right, Esau, Edom, and the heathen trying to set up the New World Order. That's not new. Okay, Nimrod tried to do the same thing. There's nothing new under the sun. All right, the money going down. All right, the U.S. dollar failing. That happened before, man, in ancient Egypt. Okay, and this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, so it's going to happen here as well. All right. The U.S. dollar is worthless. It's already worthless, man. You going to work and getting up to go chase a bag, you're doing it for nothing, man. All right, and it's getting ready to be made evident that you're doing it for nothing because just speaking as a man, I believe within the next 3 to 6 months you're gonna see the true value of the dollar, man, and it's gonna be zero. All right, and a lot of people gonna be shocked. All right, you Jakes, man, who trust in this place, you bag chasers. All right, you getting ready to be hit with reality when Esau brings this, when he brings this RFID microchip. Let's see. Yep, let's go here. This is a Business Insider Africa, and it reads, South Africa's rand surges against the dollar as gold hits record 5,000 plus per ounce. All right, so the dollar is done, man. The rand is surpassing the U.S. dollar. Okay, South Africa, man. Those Hamites, you got Jake mingle amongst those Hamites as well. South Africa's rand edged closer to the 16 per dollar mark on Monday as record gold prices bolstered the country's commodity-linked currency ahead of the South African Reserve Bank first interest rate meeting of 2026. South Africa's rand strengthened to 16.475 against the US dollar on Monday, buoyed by record gold prices. Gold surged past 5,000 per ounce as investors saw safe haven assets amid geopolitical uncertainty. All right, and there is no safe haven currency, man. All right, gold and silver is not going to be able to deliver you from the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, and it's not going to be able to deliver you from the RFID microchip. All right, because gold and silver and all your assets, they're going to be done away with as well. All right, now you can go get a couple, or if you already had a couple ounces here, gold and silver. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's not going to deliver you. All right, it's not going to skip you past the hour of temptation, which is the RFID microchip, man. All right. Let's see. We'll go here, Genesis 47:12, and it reads, and Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, speaking about Joseph when he was in the land of Egypt, and all his father's household with bread according to their families. Okay, and Joseph at that time he represented the elect. Okay, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah was dealing with him. Genesis 47:13, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore. All right, and that famine is coming soon here to America, Babylon the Great. Okay, because the money system failing and famine go hand in hand, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine. Through, man. Genesis 47:14, and Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they brought. It's like it for the corn which they brought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. Genesis 47:15, and when the money failed in the land of Egypt, the money failed. All right, meaning what? The money that those Egyptians were using, it was worthless. It failed. Okay, and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. All right, the money failed, man. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay, and this is modern day Egypt. This is modern day America's modern day Egypt, and let's grab this. I just typed in America is similar to Egypt. Okay. There are thematic similarities in their foundational agricultural roots, adoption of Egyptian-inspired agriculture, which you got all those monuments in DC. They go back to ancient Egypt, and according to some interpretations, parallels in political centralization. The U.S. adopted Egyptian symbols, the unfinished pyramid on the Great Seal, to represent longevity and strength. Furthermore, the Egyptian revival style influenced American architecture, such as the Washington Monument, all right, which I just said. Biblical, metaphorical connections in America history, particularly during the era of slavery, all right, because what happened, the Israelites served captivity or slavery in ancient Egypt, and same in modern Egypt. The South was often compared to the bondage of Egypt, right? And that's in the scriptures. The Lord said that He would bring us into Egypt again with ships. Okay, and we didn't go into Egypt the second time, another time, via ships. You can walk from Israel to Egypt. Okay, with narratives focused on the Exodus to freedom. All right, so there you got it. There you have it, man. This place is Egypt all over again, and the money failed in Egypt, and it's gonna fail here. It's already failed. All right. Yeah, we'll grab this. Revelations 11 and 8, and the reason their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Who is it speaking about? The Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are were spiritually dead, except for the Lord raising up the elect, okay, which he's given the Holy Spirit, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, where also our Lord was crucified. Yahushua he's not exalted here. All right. So this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It's the same, okay, or similar to ancient Egypt. All right, and the money fell there, and it's gonna fail here. It's already failed. All right, let's grab this and then we'll close it out. The most traded and major world currency. So it don't matter it doesn't matter which currency you have. All right, it's all gonna fail. You got the U.S. dollar, you got the euro, Slovakia. I said the Chinese yen. You got the Japanese yen. A major reserve currency heavily influenced by Japan manufacturing sector, the British pound, sterling, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, which you heard that Edomite in the opening video going into the Chinese yuan. You got the Kuwaiti dinar, Bahrain, Bahraini dinar, Omani real, Jordanian dinar. You got the West African CFA franc, Central Africa franc, East Caribbean dollar, CFP franc, Argentinian peso, Brazilian real, Indian rupee, Mexican peso, Nigerian naira, Russian ruble, Slovakia, the South African rand, which this is what this article is going into, South African rand, all right, and the Turkish lira. So you got cryptocurrency, digital currencies, things of that nature. So it's all gonna fail. All right, no matter. You got Jake and people into the crypto thing, the Bitcoin. Hey, it's all gonna fail. All of it is going to go back to the scriptures, man. He caused it all to receive that mark. Okay, so that's what it's going to boil down to. The RFID microchip. That's where you're gonna have to have your funds, whatever currency you got. Okay, to keep it, you're gonna have to bow down to the beast system. All right. But with that, we'll close the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying, and we're gonna close it out by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Okakwadash, Shalom.